So yesterday I made a mistake when I was explaining this passuk, and I feel like we all make mistakes, and it's okay to make mistakes. And when we make mistakes in our understanding of something, the best thing we can do is come back and say, yes, I was wrong, I made a mistake, and then explain the correct way of explaining the passuk. And so yesterday when I explained this passuk, I said, Vayomer Adonai el Moshe, Ktov lecha et hadvarim ha'ele. God said to Moses, write these things, because al pi hadvarim ha'ele, because according to these things, I have made a covenant with you. Now, there was one thing that I didn't emphasize. What I didn't emphasize was that this is a reason. When you say the word ki, it's a reason. The reason why I want you to write these things is because these things are the things that are creating a covenant with Israel. And so the real mashma'ut of this pasuk is God said to Moses, saying, write these things down, because, and the reason why I want you to write them down is because they're so important, they can't be lost, because according to these things, I am making a covenant with you. Now, the funny thing is, if I gave you a mashal, a parable about this, it would be like a father telling his son, we're about to bake a cake, and please write down the list of things the ingredients I want you to purchase from the shop, because according to this list of ingredients, we are baking a cake. Now, let's reread this pasuk, but this time with the Chazal approach to it. The Chazal is taking the word ki al pi and changing it to not written, but rather by heart. And we'll use the parable to help you see how absurd it would be to change this to by heart, al peh. The father said to his son, write down very well this list of ingredients, because by heart we're going to be baking this cake. That's what Chazal are suggesting to do to this pasuk. They're suggesting that even though the pasuk says that the reason for writing these things down is so they won't be warped due to the fact that they are going to be a covenant, they're suggesting that even though the word al pi is the reason why we are writing them down in the first place, they still are willing to suggest that this words mean by heart, which is absolutely absurd. Most minds, most normal brains cannot even fathom the absurdity of this type of drasha. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying write down the list of ingredients so that you won't make a mistake, because this is going to be the ingredients for the cake, and I don't want to make any mistakes with the ingredients. To say that this means by heart is absurd. And here's Chazal over here in Gittin, Daf Samech Amud Bet. Lo karat HaKadosh Baruch Hu brit im Israel ela al Torah shebal peh. God did not create a covenant with Israel only on the Torah shebal peh, not on the Torah שבכתב, שנאמר כי על פי הדברים האלה קראתי איתך ברית. They like this pasuk. They like the last part of this pasuk. They don't like the first part. They don't like Vayomer Adonai el Moshe Ktov lecha, write for you these things in a organized list so we never forget. They like the last part. And they thought, when they wrote this, they thought you wouldn't go check what the beginning part was. Anyway, just wanted to correct my explanation, because I feel like my previous explanation was focused on the Ktov lecha and not on the fact that here we have a reason why you have to write it down, so that it won't get warped like it is today. And today we have the warped Torah shebal peh, and thankfully God made sure to write this pasuk in the Torah so that no matter what happens, we could always come back to God and be religious Jews that go according to the Torah shebichtav, written Torah, and not according to the oral Torah, which is coming to warp the actual psukim in the Torah. And just above this pasuk is Lo tevashel gdi bechalev imo. Don't cook the animal in the milk of its mother. This word here has been completely eradicated by the oral tradition. Imo, its mother. It's as if God could, you know what? Let me just get a pen here and delete these words. That's it. Lo tevashel gdi bechalav. This is what Chazal have done to this word. They've completely deleted it as if it doesn't exist. It's annoying. The ink keeps coming back. But let me just try and make this ink just stay for a second. Here we go. There we go. This is more like it. Oh, and one more word. This word here. This word bishul. They've completely ignored it, that it says bishul. But let's ignore that word. Chazal want to say, lo gdi bechalev imo. Don't eat the meat and milk. Oh yeah, I have to remove that. Oh, it keeps coming back. The ink keeps coming back. This is so annoying. One sec. Oh, I cancelled it now. Okay, good. Okay. This is hilarious. So these are the words that we are keeping. Lo gdi bechalav. We've completely wiped out bishul, wiped out imo. All we're left is lo gdi bechalav. And in this passuk, we're ignoring these words. Chazal are rubbing out this word here. Let me just fix it up. For Chazal, make it more. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe et advarim ha'ele al peh. Let me help them out here. הדברים האלה קראתי איתך ברית ואת ישראל. Yay! This is how the passuk should be written. This is how it should be written. If Chazal here were correct, this is how the passuk should be written. Not how it was originally written. And if you're going to be an intellectual liar, then you can be an intellectual liar, but you are a liar. Just tell yourself, I am a liar. But if you're willing to be truthful, then this is how the passuk should be written if there was an oral tradition as the main Brit of Am Yisrael. Chazak u'baruch.